The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
children of all ages,
welcome to another episode of Kuttin Up with your boy D. Y'all know where I'm at and who with me today.
Elroy D, ready for blast off.
And in that back on the ones and twos with the Q's.
Yeah.
See murder, baby.
That's right.
And like we all say, people, ladies, gents, boys and girls, like, share, subscribe, and keep them notifications on so you'll know when we're about to cut up like a mother. So how you doing today over there, my boy? What you doing today, my boy?
I'm doing pretty good. Bless, highly favored.
Yes, sir.
Trying to stay out the way and stay cool in this hot heat.
Yes, heat is what you would call it, man. It is
It's hotter than the devil's kitchen out there.
Yeah, I will say that, man. So I've been staying inside of it myself, man. I ain't been really doing too much, man.
Yeah.
NCAA 26, NEA 26, EA Sports. It's in the game. But how was your week though, my brother?
Cool. No complaints.
Okay.
The usual.
Okay.
The regular grind.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I guess, man, we'll start out with a little bit of breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Miami Northwestern High School and NFL quarterback Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended by the Florida High School Athletic Association for providing impermissible benefits to his players.
Yeah.
Now, breakdown of what they saying that he did. It was expenses included $700 per week for Uber rides, $1,300 per week for athletic recovery services, $2,200 per week for pregame meals during the season. Also, Bridgewater stated that he spent $14,000 out of his own pocket on a 4-night preseason camp, including $9,500 on Northwestern branded clothing, $1,300 on recovery trucks following games, and $2,200 on pregame meals for the program.
Okay, you ain't even got to read no more. That's just straight up bullshit.
So that's my question and my thought is, how do
you ain't even got to ask me. That's bullshit. How in the hell you gonna charge these folk like they really like paying players just to come play for that institution? Like he's doing stuff that regular high schools do on the regular when they have a good booster club. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and what's the weird part about it is it was what he did from the bench. So, he was doing this from the stand. So he was taking care of the team before he started even coaching the team. He just took over the team last season.
Now there's a problem with that.
What I'm saying? Now he's of course, now he's the head coach and they won a state championship.
Yeah, but if he was doing that and, you know what I'm saying, like you can look at it as, okay, booster, he was our biggest booster, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I still think that's some petty ass shit because it ain't like, I don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes, but
what you mean?
I don't think that he was actually getting players because of doing the stuff he was doing.
Now it's no alleged. Nothing that's being alleged that he did to actually say I'm playing players to come play with me or I'm playing players
and he didn't do anything
for good plays or stuff like that.
He didn't do anything to give them an edge. All he did was pay for them to go to camps, pay for them to have recovery time. So after a grueling season or a game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to pay for you to go somewhere and get in the ice tub because we don't have one at the school.
Now,
I mean, you know what I'm
depending
saying?
on how he was using it, now, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I want to stand on Teddy's side for everything. But if you're looking at it from just a legitimate, I can't even get the word out. Part of it.
Yeah.
part of it is because if you got recovery trucks at the end of your game, just say in the playoffs or in the championship game, and that other team doesn't have that actual same ability, I would say it'll give you a little in a halftime.
No, D.
With the type of technology we got.
D.
Come on, man.
D. So you mean to tell me that you don't think Hoover, Thompson, possibly Mountain Brook, Homewood, certain teams like that you don't think they have that stuff?
Yeah, but we're looking at it.
Okay,
but let me finish. But you gotta let me finish. You can't. You gotta let me. You gotta let me finish.
Though, that's just a yes or no question,
no,
bro.
it's not. My answer can be different. My answer is to say yes, but it has context. If I say it depends on how you're using it. If he's giving the other team access to it as well, then that's different. At Thompson or there, if you the same facilities
they ain't giving nobody no access to nobody else but them folk that play for them, man.
You go to Thompson, they gonna the same stuff. Y'all gonna have the same things. You're not gonna be able to do something that they can't do. Like just like you said, like I'm gonna give you an example. Like if my headset go out on the sideline or at Thompson,
we're not talking about that, D.
That's why I say
we're not talking about that, D. We talking about the recovery and all that, having ice tubs and all that. Like we got some schools that do have it, some schools that don't. But if he has the resources to be able to take them to a facility that does.
No, he was bringing it to the school.
Well, even still though, that like at the end of the day, that's bullshit, man.
I understand what you're saying, but as long as both sides, because the same, that's like saying, okay, I got an inside locker room at Thompson, but the away team has an outside locker room. No, they're in the same locker room. They're just on this side and they're on that side. So it's not like you got the same tables that they get a chance to lay on. They just don't have the same staff.
No, that ain't no.
You see what I'm saying?
No, that ain't got nothing to do with what you just read. What you read was they were doing certain things like he was paying for them to get a ride to a camp, and he was paying for the camp. See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's certain things that, you have fundraisers. Like, prime example, when my youngest son played high school football, that's what they did. The difference was they had certain like raffle tickets. They would go to Piggly Wiggly and do certain things, car washes to try to get money up for them to be able to go to a sell-on-sell football
Now you see what you
camp.
just said. That's the difference because another team has to try and get it up. When you got a player and the person is afraid of Teddy Bridgewater, you don't have to. He can just come out to hit. That's kind of like what they're saying is your advantage. I'm not saying this is not me.
But what I'm saying
you get what I'm saying?
It's not an advantage. It shouldn't be an advantage when you got high school teams getting NIL money. Come on, man, make it make sense.
But that's only certain states, though.
But we are one. Yeah,
we just became one of them. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Every state don't. Every state doesn't have it. Yeah, I think Florida does. I think Florida does. You know what I mean?
Once again, that bullshit.
But he can't do it as the actual. You get what I'm saying? It has to be third party driven, just like how with the NIL and weapon that you got in college. It's both based on both sides.
At the end of the day, these folk doing this here to Teddy Bridgewater, cause not only does he have the money to do it, but he has the smarts and the heart to come out his own pocket and say, look, this is what I need for my players. You know what I'm saying? The school system doesn't have enough money to actually, you know what I'm saying?
They didn't have it before him. He was doing this same thing. That's what I'm saying. He said, like, I could have read that to you, you know what I'm saying? But he basically saying that I did the same thing that I'm doing now when I sat in the stands and I wasn't coaching. The only thing different now is I'm the head coach.
Him as a booster.
Yeah.
That's all.
So it's just basically now they're using the technicality of him being a coach.
At the end of the day, I still think it's bullshit because if you look at the situation of what just happened a couple of years ago in the SWAC, we all know this famous coach came out of his pocket and helped build some better facilities, practice facilities for his football team. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing. The university didn't have enough money, or they didn't have the know-how, or they just didn't care because they went a long time without having the facilities. He come down there, ain't been down there a whole year, and is put together, you know what I'm saying, before the first season is over. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. It's just, like I say, me personally, my opinion is I think they fucking with Teddy Bridgewater because he's able to get the job done.
They fucking with him because he has the ability to he has the money and he can provide resources that other schools can't provide their team because of his financial situation. So that's basically, and of course he played too. But that's the premise and basis of all that. And I do understand
it's bullshit, bro.
Basically, and in certain ways, I definitely agree with you being bullshit. But in certain ways, some of it is common sense. You got to look at it like, come on now, you gotta that. You just can't. When you become the coach, you can't do it. It's like me giving you money for a ride. It's against the law. It's against the law, bro.
No. That ain't that.
If I'm not mistaken, that's against the rule, the college rule.
Look, at the end, he coaching college.
No, high school.
Okay,
rule.
at the end of the day, that bullshit, man. You got a lot of single parents who, at the end of the day, at work and don't have the money or the time to get their kids to practice. So if he's one of the star players or up and coming player that you see potential in, you know what I'm saying? A player that's gonna get a lot of spin. Matter of fact, we all know, hell, you was a coach. You need and want all your players to be at practice. You understand? In the game of football, anything can happen. And we all know that depth is the key. Good depth. So, what's so bad about him saying, okay, well, I'm finna get you an Uber there? You know what I'm saying? He needs his players there. Everybody ain't blessed to be able to drive to school and practice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like something got to give. My mama at work, I'm home for the summer, but then we got workouts during the week, and then I got all these football camps scheduled, and I'm a star player. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 5 of them on each side of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
But see, with him, he wasn't even that.
Man, that
but with him,
bullshit.
though, he wasn't. It wasn't relegated to star players. It's basically it was whoever needed it. You know what I mean? So if you had a ride,
but I'm just saying,
you
though,
have a ride.
Think
You know
about
what I'm saying?
the
It wasn't
bullshit
predicated with that at all.
Think about the bullshit that they have to actually go through just to crank up a school bus. You know what I'm saying? I can see the coach saying, all right, I pick them up myself. But how much gas do you think? You got one that stay on this side of town, one that stay on that side of town. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
I understand what you're saying, but we still have to be one thing we do
That's
have.
some petty ass bullshit.
But we got to know as...
He's not putting the money in the kid's pocket.
We got to know as adults. We got to know as adults that it's rules to certain things. Now, understand that we may
Why
think...
should it be a rule to that, though, D?
Because everybody don't have a millionaire as a coach. That has basically in their mind limitless amount of money to give them more than the other coach can.
What I'm saying is this, though, D. If there's a will, there's a way. They don't have to actually foot it like he is, but they can find a way to get them there.
But
even if it's saying I'm gonna pick some up, you pick some.
But think
There's
about
so
what
many
you're
coaches
saying.
on the staff, bro.
Right, but think about what you're saying. It's an to me. And
that's still money out the coach's pocket.
I don't believe it's right. Cool, but it still would be a direct advantage when they don't have to get another coach to do it. They don't have to call nobody. All they do is call Teddy, and Teddy gonna come. Teddy ain't gotta try to make a way.
But what I'm saying is this, though.
So
D.
it's still an advantage, man.
No, D. What I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. Regardless if he paid for it out of his pocket, or him and all the coaches on the staff volunteer to pick up so many of the kids themselves, it's still money out their pocket.
Which
because the school ain't reimbursing them on that gas money to go get them.
But and to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, I'll make sure I check on that. That's in some of that is still against the law that you can't, against the rules in that you can't do it like that.
Oh shit!
The deal come from a third party. You don't come from the school. School ain't paying them. You know, school is the school can't even assist a kid in getting an NIL. He just be representing them under their logo. So the school can be like, hey, we trying to get one for you. Got some money for? He coming to us. They can't even do that.
That's
so
different.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's different that way. That's something.
But hey, y'all give me y'all choice. Jump in the bottom of this motherfucker and let me know if y'all say right, wrong. Indifferent. So let's go from one case to another one. So we got a little bit of these football players standing shit. So we got Quinton Judkins that was arrested in Fort Lauderdale for domestic violence and touch or strike battery. Judkins allegedly punches his accuser with a closed fist in the chin lip area and later hit her on the left arm and thigh while in the car. Allegedly, leaving the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood airport on July the 7th. They say it's unclear whether Judkins was located when the police spoke with the victim or when the alleged incident occurred. He was still being held in the Broward County main jail as of Sunday afternoon with a bond listed at $2,500. The initial court appearance for Judkins has been scheduled for Sunday morning. So, people, guys,
how long you think you ought to get?
Depending on because the way they're saying it, they actually supposedly have confirmed it, that it supposedly has happened. I don't know how. I don't know if they got bruises because, of course, I think when he got this was, what's today? Today's the 14th. So this was yesterday. So, no, they said it was in the car.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody must have seen him. Like,
so either you got it on video or either some kind of text message. You could have said, you know how people be saying text message, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to hit you. You know what I'm saying? You could say that. That's confirmed right there. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, however, they say they confirmed it. Now, if they confirmed it, bro, depending on it.
The whole season.
Man.
Whole season.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Now, you can't beat on these women.
Now, I ain't predicating that, bro. I'm not predicating or saying it's okay to hit women at all. That's always wrong.
I mean, I'm just saying
we got to figure out
the league.
But we got to, because only reason, bro, trust me, it's been plenty of other women, plenty of other cats that hit chicks or been alleged. But I'm going to tell you the difference between them and him. Video.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't what I say. It ain't what you can prove. It ain't what you say. It's what you can prove. That's fully proof when they got you on video. That's why I said, depending on how the details come out, because they say they confirmed it, let's find out how they confirmed it, whether it's through a text message or admission or a video or however. So let's find out like that, and then I'll take it further. Because, hell, I done seen stuff like this come out, then it's like, oh, no, it wasn't true. You know what I mean? Somebody made it up. Oh, it was a lie. So if he did it, shame on you. You know what I mean? Get what you get. But if you didn't, because we know, and I'm not saying this, you know, excuse me, ladies, don't slap me or, you know, kill me for this. We know we got ladies that'll do that. When you got that money, you decide. Just like we just saw. I don't know if you saw it.
But you just said it was true, though, D.
No, they said they confirmed it. But like I said, you don't even know that because it's anything that's been confirmed and later denied. I've seen plenty of things that said it was 100% true and then come back and tell me it was a lie. And I think you have as well. You know what I'm saying? And I think you can maybe tell me that you've seen that before. I'm not taking his side. I'm not taking her side. But from the preliminary evidence that's been stated and reference that I saw, it looks like he's going to be in the hot seat right here. You know what I mean? But, of course, just like this, we thought Diddy was going to get the hot seat because of the preliminary investigation. But guess what? Not guilty over all the bullshit that we thought they was going to have, even though that was a goddamn distraction. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. It could be something that could be, oh, it's there, then it's not. So let's see, because we know ladies can be ladies sometimes, and of course, niggas will be niggas every day. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm just going to reserve judgment to find out how the details play. We'll retest this one when everything come out. But under preliminary investigation, they said it happened. What you think? You said a season.
If it's true, yeah. You're on the season. All the talk.
Well, if it's come true, depending on severity, what I feel like he should get maybe half the season. But will it get a half season? Probably not.
Depending on how bad it bro.
That's why I said depending on severity. You know what I mean? I see 4 games at the most unless he beat our ass, and I don't think that happened. So, we'll see. Well, on a little more football, we have a 13-year veteran, Ndamukong Suh, retires from the NFL. What's your last thoughts of Suh, bro? What's your thoughts of his career, man?
To be honest, I think he was better, more of a phenom and made a name for himself in college.
Now, he was a bit in Nebraska, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was good in the NFL.
So you don't think he was a beast in Detroit, bro? I ain't gonna lie. I'ma always remember from the head stomp or nut stomp or some shit like that. So I remember the head stomp. Now that was gonna be my all. You know, him and certain other players like Vontaze Burfict that hit on. You know,
because he had that mean streak. I mean, he was cock strong. I mean,
so. I will give him that, and I big up to him because he did get that Super Bowl with Brady. Wasn't he on that team with Brady? I think he was on that team with Brady.
Was it Brady? I thought it was the Rams.
Nah, I thought he was with Brady on the Bucs. Yeah.
He been with a couple of teams for the, latter part of his career, but, always was a difference maker in the run.
Yeah, that's why I said I'll give him his props, man. He did have, he had his times. You know what I mean? He was at a certain point, we was looking at him like, yeah, he did get this championship with the Bucs. So we was looking at him beast-wise, you know what I'm saying? From Detroit, Miami, Rams, Bucs, and last time he played was with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So big up to Nick Sue on that. Another one. Now, I want to know if this story and another story mixed together, a little bit more football. Najee Harris sustains the eye injury after fireworks mix-up on the 4th of July event. His agent says that the injury is supposed to be superficial, and he's expected to be ready for the upcoming season. But the mishap also resulted in injuries of 7 attendees at the party, while one person was hospitalized for them losing fingers. So remember we was talking about the dude, 4 Extra. You know what I'm saying? I think, they're from Cali. And this was in Cali, in Antioch, California. I know that was in California. And I remember when they said the investigation with the 4 Extra was saying that when he lost his fingers, it was another patron that got hurt who supposedly had got a face injury. You know what I mean? But they was trying to say that person lost part of their face or whatever, so I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I wonder if those two stories kind of match together.
Probably not.
Or just be, some definitely a little,
Probably not.
separate of reference to that part right there. So I got a quick hitter for you, my boy.
Let's do it.
Give me your. And people in the chat, get yours as well. Your top 5 receivers in the NFL right now. Go.
Top 5.
Top 5. No order. No specific order at all.
Yeah. No
order.
order.
There's no order.
No order.
No order.
Well, this is my order though.
You can put it there with you.
Jeffries. What wrong?
Oh no, I'm counting.
Okay.
No, I'm listening. I'm counting down. I have my hand under there, so I'm just counting with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just counting with you, my boy.
Chase Jeffries.
Chase Jeffrey.
AJ Brown.
Okay, that's Trey.
Devontae Spear.
Here we go to this shit. Here we go with this shit.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay. So here we go with this hating
Then
shit.
I got.
That's 5.
I know. I got water on the outside.
Get the fuck out of here with this Alabama shit.
No, it ain't about that.
So you gonna take
It ain't just about that. I put LSU first, man.
So
Don't do me like that, D.
but I'm finna put some
I
receipts.
put AJ Brown. I put Ole Miss in there.
So okay.
Don't do me like that now.
Now I'm gonna do you like that on this one. I'm gonna tell you
Man.
why. Watch my list. I'm gonna tell y'all about my list.
Okay, I ain't.
J. Jeff. So
Yeah.
that's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
Big Chase.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with you with Reek. Right?
yeah.
But you got 2 that you left off, bro. And I think it got a little bit of motherfucking hate for one of these motherfuckers. Because it's, you know what I'm saying, on this motherfucking shit right here. On this motherfucking shit right here. This motherfucking shit right here, nigga. Amon-Ra St. Motherfucking Brown.
Oh, he top 10, but he
top
ain't
5.
He ain't better than both my.
Bro, he is better than
Who you gonna
Devontae.
take?
I'll put him over. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
10 for tat.
No defense.
Look, man. Hold on. In all fairness, hold on now. In all fairness, now, if Devontae didn't have AJ, he'll be doing the same thing as JJ and Amon-Ra St.
And if I ain't get lost in the motherfucking traffic, I'd have bought a lottery ticket and hit that motherfucker. So ain't none of that kick can make me much even.
So
I'm going to put
draw yet, so you still can draw that ticket.
I'm going to put an Amon-Ra sheet brown in front of Devontae Smith and Waddle. Let him waddle his ass to the bike.
Well, I didn't have water in the top
and I'm going to put Big Puka Nakua.
No.
But shit. Are you serious, man?
Puka ain't in no top 5.
Oh, you got to be smoking big bombs, man. Big, honorable mention CD Lamb. And
I put CD in front of Puka.
I put CD in front of Devontae. Ooh,
no.
What? Man, stop. I ain't know. You know I hate.
show up in big games and he number 2.
But CD
don't show up in big games
quarterback
and he number 1.
Because his quarterback be in the hotel.
Ain't no man gone
Do
on
you know it ain't CD? I'm not blaming CD.
It ain't all the time CD. CD be dropping balls and all that. So CD don't show up in the playoffs.
So let me ask you this.
Everybody want to put it on that.
So let me ask you this.
You can't do that.
So if
I don't remember the last time Michael Parsons got a sack in the playoffs.
But we do remember the last time Dak Prescott threw 100 interceptions.
But they ain't got no offensive line.
Either way, regardless
they
of the
ain't got no offensive line. He running for his life.
Neither factor affects on the play of CD Lamb.
Yes, it does affect him.
No, neither fact says that the line being bad doesn't say he's not a good receiver.
No, I'm not saying he ain't a good receiver.
He's
I'm
better
just
than
saying.
Devontae Smith.
No, he's not.
He sure is.
No, he is not.
And if you guys love me, and I wish you do out there, you let him know that CD's better, right? We're gonna jump down in that chat and we're gonna do that. So you just jump y'all asses all in that goddamn tell this motherfucker he crazy, because that's exactly what the fuck he is. Motherfucker smoking. Oh, what's in that cup? What's in that cup, boy? What's in that cup, Jesus? That's what I want to know. I don't know, bro. We can have a problem with that good one, bro. But we're gonna backpedal. We're gonna backpedal a little bit. We're gonna skip on over to the bad ball. On to the basketball. And we're gonna say that all signs point to the Los Angeles Lakers wanting to move on from LeBron James by spring of 2026. Being the details that they did not give LeBron James significant notice when they were trading Anthony Davis. Of the detail, never gave LeBron notice of the sale of the team either. They notified Luka, did not notify LeBron. Is that usual for a superstar as LeBron, even though he's aging in his career, to be not notified by such significant franchise?
I think so because of what you just said. Because
didn't give him a call
because of his age. But the thing about it is, like, LeBron was holding it down for the Laker franchise like Kobe did for a long period of time. Like, the Lakers are selling out. The Lakers franchise are still selling jerseys, tickets, etc. because of LeBron. I mean, Luka played a couple of good games, but I would just say overall LeBron played better than even Luka. And Luka is half of LeBron's age. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, I don't think it's wrong, but I don't think it's something that's not ordinary because of his age.
Okay.
But I still think it's still disrespectful because at the end of the day, he's still giving you great numbers to help a team win a championship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you gonna spit in the man's face like this, and he, regardless of what you think, he did bring you a championship. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's new management. I know they probably don't feel the same way Jeannie Buss felt when it came to all the things that LeBron was.
But I still think they give him props, though, because if they bought the franchise, they have to be watching to see what the Because who the fuck don't know what LeBron did for the Lakers and everybody play for?
Yeah,
but I think the biggest thing is what this new regime is trying to do is not allow him to take over. Because basically that's what it is, you know.
But D, at the end of the day, though, it's still respect. Like, it's ways of handling business.
What's the respect has he got from them?
My thing is, at the end of the day, you can at least have the balls to call this man and let him know what you're about to do.
Why?
So he won't be in the blind like, okay, look, we finna be around Luka. Yeah, if you don't want to be here, we're gonna trade you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he's even about trade because you can't trade. He's untradeable. He made it, and I'm like, LeBron, you my GOAT. So before we go
he's
LeBron,
not
you my GOAT.
untradeable.
The
It's just the fact-
$52.9 million. I think that's the number. The $52.56. I'm not mistaken. $0.9 million is because if you trade for that, you have to give compensation to offset that contract or go into their apron.
Well, that's why they were saying that.
That's why they said that was the
gonna
hardest
buy him
thing,
out.
right? But they're not going. They want to go in the apron and do that. They're gonna have to go in the apron and put themselves in a $52 million hit just for this year, just to get them out the door.
Well, they finna force a buyout.
So we'll see what's going on with that. So
it's too many teams that want them. And see, this is the thing. That just shows you how stupid the Lakers organization is because, once again, like the Golden State Warriors, who said they wanted him last season during the trade deadline, you should have just went on and traded so you can get something for him and won't be stuck. You know
but
what I'm saying?
look, that was old regime, new regime moves.
Understood.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's what we gotta understand.
But
and
the
when you
thing
speak on
about it
respect,
is-
new regime don't have respect because only thing they can respect LeBron as a player, but they don't have a professional respect for him. He don't even fucking know him professionally. Pretty sure they probably hadn't worked together before. So no, they don't actually owe him anything. It's a fucking new guy. He's like, hey, you were an employee for us. When the fucking head of the goddamn store decided to call the dude down there back and go say, hey man, if I say this motherfucker, you all right? Shit, he don't care about your opinion in their mindset because this is their employee to him. And everybody's always want to put LeBron in that place. Say he has been the GM and controlled every team from Miami to Cleveland and orchestrated from Miami and everything like that. So everybody always want to say that. So they didn't want him to be able to come in and kind of do the same. So I think that's just them saying, hey, look, hey, you LeBron, we sure appreciate what you did, but hey, this is our team. We gonna do what we gonna do. Fuck what you talking about. Was it cool? Fuck no. You're supposed to call that man, let that man know what's going on. This man's son, him and everything he built on into his career here. You know that shit. You know
That's
what I'm
all
saying?
I was saying,
You know
though.
that I'm agreeing with you. Notice I was agreeing with you 100,000, but I'm just looking at the level that what we always say. Still what? Business. It's gonna come down to the business game all the time.
But that my point though. That bad business though.
I think with LeBron, when I love him to death, I think with bad business and him not negotiating that number down, knowing that was a big fucking number for him. It's a big fucking number, bro. I think that's even bigger than Kobe's number. And I was pissed at. I think Kobe's number was in like low 40s. I think he was like 40, maybe low to mid 40s. I think it was a 46 number. You know what I'm saying? His is a fucking half. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing about it. It's a big number.
I'm just saying though, man, like,
so,
you know.
And he had 4 to 5 teams that's asked about him, like you said, Golden State, Dallas, Clippers, Cavs. But I've also seen a report tossed in with the Celtics. Don't know if that's true. Really don't make me no difference here the way Celtics fan or not. But that's just what I've heard. You know what I mean? So we'll see because they still got to play this season. And they actually, to me, are looking like they just kind of just staying afloat and they kind of throwing this season under. Because they ain't really did no more. Like going to get Aiden, then the fact that he didn't hit Aiden up. You know, LeBron, he was the first person to hit up everybody. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even hit Aiden up.
Well, he hasn't even been nowhere around L.A. Like,
No, I'm talking about hit him on the phone. No text message like, welcome to the team. You know, this Brian, hit me up if you need something. Click. It ain't none of that shit. They say he ain't hit him, period. So I think he said he talked to Luka. I think Luka hit him up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they said Brian didn't shoot him a text. So I think Brian pissed, though. Brian like, fuck this shit. Yeah. John like, man, you know what? I'm sick of texting you motherfuckers, man. Y'all going on with that bullshit. Yeah. You text me, motherfucker. What say what?
I mean, I'm just saying, though, like, it's like being with a woman, like, who want to be with somebody that don't want to be with you? Like,
right.
On, man.
I agree with you, bro.
You know
I'm standing on business with you, bro. No doubt.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
So let me ask you this one. You think LeBron, where do you think LeBron ends his career? With all of that being said, what we just spoke on, where do you think he ends it? And how long do you think it ends? I'm going to tell you mine. I think he plays one more year. Why? Got Bryce. Got one son in, Bryce down there in Arizona. He get him 1 year in, he could come out.
But see, the only thing about it is more than just LeBron. It's like who's gonna trade to pick up LeBron and Bronny.
Hell, who wouldn't? LeBron play better than fucking Kevin Durant. He just don't play like Kevin Durant. He's not shoot that thing, shoot that thing, got your ass. No, I'm saying LeBron get it differently. But hell, he didn't play better than a lot of your stars. Hell, I want to say he played better than Steph Curry last season. He just been cursed with having that big number, and with that big number being there and not having nothing around him.
Not having enough around him.
Yeah, that's all it was. I say he's been be consistent. He ain't 5 years ago, LeBron. We know that, but shit,
that
who is?
To me just solidifies in itself how great he is as a player, because he's had a lot of like teams that really weren't that good, but still was able to make it to the finals.
Man, hell yeah, that team he took to the world with Cleveland when he had him, Mo Williams, Wallace Zerbiak, Ben Wallace, Ilgauskas, fucking what's the Boobie Gibson. Yeah. Man, LeBron took 4 matchsticks, a mop water bucket, a bowl of grits, and a fish fillet to motherfucking finals, bro. I don't give a damn what you say. You can call your mama, you call your daddy, your auntie, and your uncle, call the pastor and the bike. Jordan ain't taking that team nowhere but bitching. And I don't care what you say. That team he took to the finals with Wally Zerbiak, old-ass, aging Ben Wallace. We ain't talking about Detroit Ben Wallace. We talking about Boobie.
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow. Now ain't talking about Philadelphia Eric Snow. We talking about the Cleveland Eric Snow. Back when the motherfucking Eric Snow played with motherfucking AI. Okay? So, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, let's stop doing that. You know what I mean? So, I still say, though, if it was me, I think he ends it in Cleveland. I think they package a deal.
It makes sense, but I to be honest, going on what Rich Paul said. Rich Paul said that the goal is to contend and compete for another championship. And the thing about it is, me personally, I feel that if he's able to get on the team, and it's a team that's good enough to compete for a championship with the addition of him, and they don't have to lose that much, like, bro.
But they gonna have to, though, because they got to trade off $50 million.
No. But the thing about it is, what I'm saying is, like, you can trade off $50 million of two players on the bench that ain't playing.
No, their contracts have to be worth $50 million.
Or you can just make it a 3-team trade. You know what I'm saying? It's possible.
It's gonna be very hard. Now with Cleveland, it's more possible because they can do something like Darius Garland and maybe Mosley and a pick or two. They got enough where they can give up because they just got Lonzo Ball, so they got enough that they can piece out some things to get him. But Dallas, I don't see Dallas tearing up their cohesion right now, adding a young star.
But it's a lot of teams. It's still a couple of players that are out there too that haven't moved, like Greek Freak. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's still waiting though. He's still waiting.
Old boy in Phoenix.
Who? Booker just got.
Bradley
they
Beal.
finna buy him out. They just waiting on the deal. He just ain't moved yet because the buyout ain't over with. You know, so they paid Booker. You know what I mean? So they just finna get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on where Bill falls. Depending on where, let's say Bill falls in L.A. Makes a difference. You know, because you can get him on a 1-year piece. See what you're gonna do on the backside and resigning it. Let's see what you do. Let's say you find with Milwaukee. You partner him up with Greek Freak and Miles Turner, Portis, you see what you got. You know what I mean? Let's say he, let's say he ends somewhere like
Philly.
Nah, Philly's too loaded. They ain't gonna do that. Let's say he ends up with, you gotta put him up there with Max. Nah, that's not gonna be.
It'll be worth it.
That's too much. That's too many. Then now, speaking of Philly, report just went out. Paul George suffers injury today. Let me see. I literally, it was just, suffered. Paul George has undergone a successful knee procedure after injuring during a off-season workout. Missed 41 games last season. Paul George, PG stands for physically gimpy. Because that's what you use, loud boy. You need some muscle milk, boy.
But you know,
shit, goddamn.
You know, that's my biggest problem with a lot of athletes. Like, once the off season hit, they don't do shit.
But I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, bro. I don't even think it's that.
No, they need to train, man.
I think it's overtraining. I think
ain't no overtraining.
Think about this. I want you to put this in your mind. I want you to say this. Back in the day, our old school cats, guess what didn't exist back then? AAU basketball. So when you're playing, think about how many basketball games
See.
you're playing by the time you're 8. By the time you're 17, 18 years
But
old.
D, I'm not talking about that type of training. I'm talking about actually working out your body, strengthening your muscles to be able to handle.
What some of them do? You know what I mean?
A lot of them workout is just the gym.
What you mean, just the gym?
As in the basketball gym.
They play basketball.
But I'm talking about actually getting a physical trainer and working their bodies out because they already freaks of nature.
Man, you actually believe these
understand what
millionaire
I'm saying?
niggas ain't. I just think that I definitely not gonna believe that they have trainers.
No.
I'm gonna definitely say they got trainers. But what I'm gonna say is, are they committing the effort when they're not training? Like, are you eating right? You know, you're sleeping right. Or you're not smoking weed. Or you're not smoking cigars. Or you're not drunk all the fucking time. That's the shit that gives you the extra edge. You know what I mean? Because you don't really hear no drunk great athletes that smoke a bunch of weed.
I think 75% of basketball players don't work out.
I'm gonna say a smaller amount. I'm gonna say about 20 because I heard one person watching Jeff Teague over I think that's on 520 said he didn't work out. You know, he just shoot a couple hoops.
That's what I'm telling you. 75% of them don't.
But I'm gonna say a lot of them now do because of the LeBron James thing. Once everybody came out with how much money LeBron James spends to keep it, and being able knowing that he was the only player that you watched with this longevity award, which he's been doing, being able to be as great as he's been up to the ages he's been 22 seasons in. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people have at least started on that trend, even if they're not as committed as a player like LeBron's caliber. I do believe that they are doing some form of workout, just might not be as strenuous as it may need to be because there's no way to simulate in-game situations, in-game intensity without being in-game. So
you keep saying in-game. I ain't talking about nothing in the gym, man. I'm talking about actually lifting weights, getting with an actual physical trainer, G, so they'll be able to go through that 82 game season. So they'll be able to go through the season and the playoffs without actually getting injured where they out for a long period of time. Of course you're gonna get dinged up, bumps, bruises, but I'm just saying, like, if you goddamn doing squats, it's gonna be a very, very, very small percentage of Achilles tendon popping like it was this year.
I think I'm putting on the lowercase. I said lowercase. I'm putting on the lower top shoes.
Well, they got something to do with it too.
I'm definitely gonna make that because it was never a trend. Basketball shoes were high top shoes that go around your
but even still though, D, if you working out like you supposed to your whole entire body, you might twist your ankle, but even if you twist it, you ain't gonna be out that but a game or two. You know
see that Achilles come on a calf. See, that's a calf problem.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but I'm just hypothetically speaking because of what you said about the low top shoes.
Right.
Even if I'm just saying, going back to the Achilles tendon, doing squats, doing calf raises, that's still strengthening the muscles in that area.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
That's why I say only a few, maybe 20 to 25% of the league actually go to the gym, work out like with a physical trainer doing the full upper body, arms, back, legs.
Well, I think a lot of them cats have gyms at their houses.
The gym and actually shoot around. You see what I'm saying?
I think a lot of them cats we talking about multi-millionaires. We talking about not going to no standard gym. You know, they gonna be at the house. They got all this at home.
Well, I mean, even still though, at the end of the day, all the money is guaranteed in the NBA, and you don't have to have a multi-million-dollar gym facility at your house. You can just get with a trainer and he say, hey, I'm making so much money, I need for you to close down this whole gym for an hour because I got somebody special coming in. Like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not working out, D. You just can't go to the gym and say, I'm working on this jumper and my moves and not do nothing to your body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel I'm gonna say this for basketball. I'm not gonna say weights have to be a part of it. If you're gonna play a certain way, because you got to be able to bump. You got to be, especially how Shea plays and how the players play when they want to play with those hands and with those forearms. You got to be at a strength. You got to be able to get on the paint, get on the square, and do what you do. But it's still, I feel like everything doesn't have a weight. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't. A lot of times, the strongest cats get their ass whooping. It's not even talking about fighting. It's just like you can be overly strong, and it still doesn't make you a better player. I just think that JGs need to do better physical workouts in a more intense rate to try to circumvent some of those injuries. You know what I mean?
Either way it go, they just need to work out. I wouldn't give a damn. I think that's the biggest problem. Like, I think that's the problem with America. Like, a lot of people don't work out the way they supposed to do. Like, we wanted the easy way, the quick way. You know what I'm saying? So,
One more quick thing with basketball, we can jump off that. SGA, Melo, Angel Reese on the cover of 2K. What's your thoughts? Angel Reese, big ups on that.
Yeah.
4K in the clock.
Way to go. Man, I don't care. I mean, like, 2K is one of them games I get just so, I can be able to play with other folk. I'm not that keen on it.
You don't play 2K much? Well, I jump on 2K. Now, I play everything.
I play with 2K. I mean, don't get it twisted. I just one of them guys that I go back and get one of them, like, throwback LeBron teams. Because I know that the Lakers team that he's with now is garbage, and they ain't gonna be able to keep up. Like, I'm not one of those ones that I'm going to play this game so much that I know how to shoot with just about everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna play with everybody. I'm gonna play with the Celtics.
Yeah, see, I got a short term. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, well, I'm on that shit.
I'm gonna play for so long that I'm gonna get tired, take that shit out, and put something else in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no doubt. So let's jump over a little bit to it. So how? I know this been, and I want this. I've been waiting on this shit for a long time because somebody's been excited. Very. What was your critique of this fucking Spider-Man movie, my guy? I mean, sorry, Superman.
Yeah,
I saw the shirt fucked me up.
Yeah.
So Superman. I watched it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
Did you watch everything?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you because I was moving. So you can talk about part of it, and I can be like, okay, I remember that part. Come on, I called you and I asked you who the fuck the girl was with the buzz hands and shit. So I didn't watch them. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched him when he was hurt. Dog grabbed dog took him to the crib. They took the dog. Dog was in. You know what I'm saying? So. What was your critique? What would you give it out of 5 stars? What would you give it out of 5? 5 being the greatest, 1 being I should have saved my motherfucking money.
Give it a 10.
You'll give it a 10?
I think it's the best DC movie ever made. I already know it's the best
Whoa.
I already know it's the best Superman.
Whoa.
I already know it's the best Superman.
See, Murder, we're going to have to
made.
check this guy's fucking cup. This guy just told me that was... See, Murder, we need a check cup. Check! Cup check! Cup check!
Hey.
This motherfucker just sat here in my face and told me this was the greatest DC movie. I'm going to give you a second to reclaim that statement.
Bro, you know, I am the biggest... Bruce Alexander Wayne fan ever, but I don't care what Batman movie that has been made and came out. At the end of the day, no matter how much we can say we love it, it still just doesn't have the magnitude of what this Superman movie brought. And it might not be fair because you had other superheroes in it as well. You know, Mr. Terrific played a great part and a nice role in it. You got a chance to see one of the first Green Lanterns. You were able to see Hawk Girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it wasn't like he was Supergirl and Crypto was in the movie. So I mean, like I say, it personally, in my opinion, is the best DC movie ever because of how well it did in just opening weekend. It's already made the money that they wanted it to make. You know what I'm saying? It's just opening weekend, bro. Like, it's just so much that you can say that was great. Like, oh boy, you can compare him as being like one of the best villains ever in Lex Luthor. You can compare him to what Heath Ledger did in Dark Knight.
Oh, wait, one motherfucker.
That's how dark he was. Like, everything that revolved around in this movie was because of Lex Luthor. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what you thought. Like, he was the cause of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man was so ruthless. His thing was, when I find out who raised you on this earth, I'm going to even find them and kill them. Like, that's how much I despise you. You know what I mean? Like it just was a different. It was the shit.
It made some money. It made $122 million in the U.S. and made $95 million, in Canada and in international. So we're looking at a total of $217 million opening box weekend. So it did some numbers, but
I
bro,
think they said it made like 200 something was what they were asking to make. You know what I'm saying?
How much the movie made?
Yeah. Not how much they made, but how much they were just guesstimating to make. See, they just wanted to make like 200 mil. You know what I'm saying? But look like they're gonna shatter that because it's.
Yeah, they already made 200 mil. They already made 200.
That's why I say it's gonna shatter it. Like, it's still ongoing. That's just weekend one.
Now the budget of the movie, it cost them $225 million to make the movie.
And they already had it.
They already had 220. They got it now on the way. They got it at 220. Yeah. So they right at it now. So let's say you get through a 4-week time for a month of box. If it stays consistent with a little traditional tail off,
well, it's gonna lose some heat though.
So what you think the number at? So out of the first week you had 200 mil.
Second week.
What you think with the tail off? What you think in a month? We're gonna revisit this.
Don't make
at the
me
end of the month.
No, I can't do that, D, because I know it's gonna lose some steam and fall off. Because not this week, but the week after next, we got the Fantastic Four coming out. So once it comes out, I know you're gonna have a lot. See, and that's the whole thing about this situation and what makes it cool if you're an actual nerd, geek, comic book fan, whatever you want to call yourself. Like, you have DC and Marvel having I guess you can say a sparring match. You got two movies that are coming out 2 weeks away from each other, and both of them are the start of something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the start of a new era for Marvel, and was a new start and era for DC. You know what I'm saying?
So you a DC fan over Marvel?
No. I'm a fan of both. I'm just a straight up geek.
No, I'm asking you.
If I had to pick one, no, Marvel. Okay. Marvel had more characters. Like, if you think about it, like, they have more characters.
No.
There ain't even nothing to think about, like, because the X-Men alone is
That's just 5 characters.
No, that's not no 5 characters.
X-Men what, 8?
No. Man, D. Look,
X-Men?
Look, D. Look, brother. Don't make a statement like that until you know. It's a whole bunch of X-Men.
No, I'm just saying what they tout out when you no, I'm not talking about what you base on the foreverness, because some of those characters never see the light of day in reference to in a movie.
No.
What I'm saying is, like, when they touted out
X-Men characters. I'm not just talking about X-Men. See, when you talk about the X-Men, you're talking about characters that weren't even part of the X-Men.
No, that's what I'm talking about, the X-Men characters themselves. Not people that were brought in.
No. You have to talk about them in all. Just like when you're talking about the Justice League.
You just talk about the Justice League members. Those other people are just additions to movies.
The Justice, not only do you talk about the Justice League, you have to talk about the Legion of Doom.
Which is not the Justice League, though, right?
But it goes hand in hand, because if there's no Legion of Doom, there's no Justice League.
No, I think that's the other way around.
There's no need for no Justice League.
How you figure that?
Because there's no villains.
Dude, the villains are singular. You don't necessarily put the Legion of Doom was derived. It wasn't a beginning where it was all derived. Where you had 8 characters that was in a group. They all became that.
You just want to argue. At the end of the day,
I'm giving my side of it.
But what I'm telling you is
not arguing. It's me being different.
At the end of the very different.
Yeah, because I have to look at the fact
that's a great word.
How you can say without one is the
sense,
other?
Though, listen. Why are you trying to be different? Just listen.
No, I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be different. I just have an opinion that is different.
I'm through. Because I mean, if you don't have a villain, there's no need for a superhero.
Right, I agree. But
if you got a superhero, what is there for him to do if there's no crime?
Right, but without, I understand what you're saying. But let me ask you a question: that Legion of Doom that you're saying, was that derived from the beginning where we brought all our villains and they came with a group? No. That was something that was brought in intention and bringing into a storyline.
But
that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You see? Do you see? Like I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you saying.
But it's the
without
same.
a villain, there's no.
It's the same. Okay. I don't know what you were saying.
What I'm saying,
like you were saying the opposite of what I was saying.
No, what I said is that you said that without the Legion of Doom or however what it was, that it wouldn't be a
it wouldn't be a need for a Justice League.
But I was saying is this: when you make the characters, you started off with your hero, and your villains are a direct derivation of that. You're gonna start with the hero. Villain is just part of the story. Because nobody's actually, you only have how many villain movies that we got outside of Joker? That's the only villain and the Penguin, and they only make one of those.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you're not understanding what I'm saying though. At the end of the day, they still make the superhero movies.
Right.
But there's no need for a superhero movie if you don't have that villain like the Joker. It's like it go hand in hand, D, man. Like you got to have it. That's all I was saying. Like,
yeah, I'm agreeing. Like I said, I'm totally agreeing with you with that part. But the only thing I was saying with it is that you're gonna always start with the hero, then the villain becomes a part of the story.
But you just arguing what I was saying from the jump. You can't have one without the other. That's the whole point. Yin and yang.
Yeah, I just said what you just. It's just something we'll go in circles about it. But because you're saying that you start with the villain, and because of the villain, the superhero.
I wasn't saying that. I was not saying that. All I'm saying is what I just said. You can't have one without the other.
Right. Because the superhero guys have something to do.
That was my point.
Right. So there it is. And sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of another episode. And like I always say, like, share, subscribe, cut the notifications on so you know when this shit about to go down. You got any last comments?
One more thing. Big ups to wrestling. Wrestling is the WWE Monday Night Raw is in town tonight. And it should be a great show due to the fact that we just came off of 2 nice shows. Well, no, 3 nice shows in a row. We had Saturday night main event. We had Evolution pay-per-view, which was all women, and then we had a 5 SmackDown to start it all. So, big ups to the WWE for coming into the Magic City tonight.
And also big up to wrestling, you know what I'm saying, for pushing the women's wrestling narrative, man. Hadn't been watching much wrestling, but I saw my first women exclusively only pay-per-view. Didn't know things like that existed. Watched wrestling myself back in the day, but it was never, women's wrestling never was pushed in a manner where you got a women's world title, women's heavyweight title, women intercontinental, women's cruiserweight, and a women's tag team. So
I'm
big
proud
up.
Of you.
So big up to the WWE.
No, big ups to Dunn for teaching his brother.
No. No. I wouldn't look at myself. No.
Big up to Dunn. I know he don't want to give you your props.
Dunn didn't even know. Ask him. He didn't know because I was talking to him on the phone. Because remember, I was talking on the phone like, damn, bro.
I told you last session.
Like I said, big up to him because it's just like how I see the NBA need to put a little bit more behind the WNBA. Big up for, WWE put more behind their basic WNBA would be the women's wrestling in their actual, organization. So
I told you, wrestling.
Big up to WWE and that right there, man.
I told you this was the best that wrestling has been.
So yeah.
This is the best era of wrestling because it's so deep. I'm telling you, the more you watch it,
I'm gonna leave that alone. Because I know what I watch. Shit,
man. Look, they got so many wrestlers right now that they are actually like turning.
I agree. Only reason I'm gonna agree you with on that one because of the amount of women wrestlers. Because it was the only thing when we was watching wrestling was Mae Young and they were 85 years old. Then.
No, well, you
wasn't no women
wrestling.
wrestlers.
Well, it was. It wasn't that many. Like Trish Stratus, you had the Bella Twins. You had
that was
wrestlers.
on the tail end of me watching wrestling. That was.
But
You gotta think about it. I was watching wrestling 20 years ago.
But I can still name more. I mean, I just started with them.
You know
Remember Sable? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a lot of them back then.
It just wasn't pushed as much as this. So I big up to
they were more sex symbols, but they did wrestle a little bit. But
I think China was the first one when it started going into like wrestling. You know what I mean? When you get into like wrestling. Yeah. You know, she was still a sex symbol-ish. You know what I'm saying?
No,
big old titty. But big old titty sitting out there. Get out here, dog.
No, she
sitting out like damn Elvira around him. But again, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe, and keep the notifications on, man. And till I see you again. Peace.
Them boys, they cutting up.